Call the meeting to order. Roll call. Trevor Bundy here. Riley Amundsen. That's her last night. Chaz Foster is excused with Tyler Evans.
Here.
Joel Hauscher.
Here.
Julie Line.
Here.
Motnick.
Here.
Michaela Frazier. And Pete are also here. We're going to go to public time. We're going to go with Monty right away so he can keep going. Another commitment.
Monty Cookman, Colton Fire Department here. Just a short report. We had 3 fire calls, 5 medical calls, and a countywide training drill that was represented all the agencies in the county, meaning the county sheriff's office, highway patrol, all the fire departments, ambulance services, metro. It was a really big deal, well put together. We simulated a weather event that happens. Trees down, trees, cars, and people got impaled by fence posts, we'll say, the car, fire. It just was a big scene, got all spread out. It was really good training, so we were glad to be part of that. It was our big event for the month, really, other than our local training. But the guys in Del Rapids tonight training over there. Stay busy with that. Any questions? Okay. Appreciate everything you do for us.
All right. Thanks, Monty.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we'll move on to emergency communication tower and Sheriff Captain Joe Osmond.
Yes. Good evening. Thank you for having me today. I'm Joe Bosman, Sheriff's Office. I was unfortunately unable to make it last month when you guys graciously signed the agreement. I had a different community for their agreement as well too, but I wanted to stop in and kind of give an update or an overview of what we're planning on doing, which some work you've seen already is done at the water tower just down the road from here. But what we're doing is we are expanding our portable radio communication network. In county. A few little handouts here. I'm more of a visual person sometimes when you start to say, what's going on over there? Yeah, it looks like just a little concrete pad, right? But what it is we've looked around our county. We pretty much operate on 2 radio towers. One is by Wall Lake and the other is northeast of Baltic. Those 2 towers are on the state radio system. They operate fairly good when we're talking about the radios that are in your vehicles or fire trucks or ambulances because they have more power to punch out and receive transmissions. But what happens when our deputies and firefighters and EMTs get out of their rigs and start using their little radio on their hip? Well, the portable radio is, they don't have as much signal strength. And so the 2 maps are kind of somewhat representative of what the current coverage is with the 2 towers we have and what the coverage is going to be. Blue means that it's good coverage. So we are adding a total of 5 sites across Minnehaha County. Board of Commissioners has graciously authorized the usage of ARPA funding, the American Rescue funding that the county received. So overall, this project will have a combined cost of roughly $3.75 million. And we saw a big need in the Colton area. And so that's when we started partnering with local municipalities and said, hey, we'd like to go on existing structures, existing land that we can utilize to have our little concrete bunker there that has some really expensive equipment in it and grounded to withstand lightning strikes. So we worked with many different communities, and like I said, Colton being one of them, we're very, very thankful for your cooperation. I know Monty is a big support of this. Every fire department we go to, every town that is just in the back, thumbs up saying this is great finally, because they recognize it as well too, that when they get out of their trucks or go into a burning house and they can't talk on the radios, that's a problem. So we want to fix that. Perfect. Update. So you've seen a lot of the underground infrastructure has been done. There's copper rods that go 10 feet down in the ground, and they're all tied together with some sort of exothermal to, the heat and the blast of a lightning strike if need be. Supposedly walls are going to be coming in pretty soon. They're precast walls from OLA, just north of here. Some precast walls might be coming in as early as this week, later this week, or into next week, and we'll start setting the walls. It is pretty much just like you're an engineer guy. You're probably curious about it too. Technical specs of the stuff, the computer racks and the tuners and all the combiners and stuff like that. I don't know much about. I'm a radio guy. They put me in these positions as project manager, and I remind them I'm the top in the room. So I try to keep it as simple as I can. If I drew the blueprints, they would be with blue crayons. That's why I thought blueprint. But you'll see we did the approximate location of the shed there with the door facing to the west. What's called an ice bridge, and what it is just a little metal structure that protects the cabling that runs from the shed to the leg of the tower. That way, if there is any ice that falls off the top, we don't want that shearing our cables. So ideally, there would be two. We will have two antennas on the tower. One is transmit, one is receive. They have to have 20 feet vertical separation. So there'll probably be one up on the top, and then they actually invert the other one that will be kind of underneath the bowl of the tower. That's how we get the reception to go through it. So a little creativeness with how we can use the existing water tower there. But if anybody has any questions, more than happy to answer them.
Go ahead.
I was just curious, like when the project gets closer to being wrapped up or whatever, there's a lot of like site disturbance. Are they gonna come back and do like where they got big wheel tracks and stuff and bring in their dump trucks in?
Yep.
And kind of rehab all
We're
that?
gonna redo that, so there's plans for, grass back in the area. There may be just some rock around the entrance, just so we can, don't have to disturb too much, we have to access it. Minimal maintenance, Metro Communications, our dispatch agency, will be coming probably quarterly to run checks. There's a generator that will be hooked up to gas there, natural gas is our generator, so they fire the generator up to make sure that everything's functioning properly. But generally, it's just gonna be I always call it a bunkered garden shed that's going to be sitting there. That's about the only impact you'll see there.
It does have a backup generator on it, so
Yes.
if the town does lose power, there's still radio communications,
Yes.
essentially.
Yep. All of our sites will have backup.
No, I think everyone on the fire department.
I know I'm happy about it.
Yeah, same.
I'm tired of holding my radio up like this. Trying to
More times than not, that's usually how it goes.
What's your projected date and closing date on that?
I would say probably this summer. Late this summer. The only thing is we might have a little delay in the product delivery for generators, but they said they install them when they come, the generators and the switches. I don't want them to hold up the whole project just for that. So until a generator is installed, which could be this fall, maybe October, that if we would lose power, we'd probably just run up with the generator and self-power it that way, right? I didn't want to hold up the whole project just for one piece.
And you are the point of contact with everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Project manager for the overall, and then we have Motorola Communications is they've got their technical side of it, so they're running the project manager with two-way radio for the specs on those computer racks and stuff. But, yeah.
Perfect.
Hopefully, we'll see some progress continuing.
Yeah, no, we appreciate
It's been a
it.
long project. My folder on my desktop is called Radio Communications 2022.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for a few years.
It's been a little bit, but government work is not always the quickest when you talk about
Yeah, I think I
Comes down
remember.
to
agreements and
funding
bids and
and
funding.
I remember when.
We were talking about this. No, we're a big supporter of it, so.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, any other questions from you? All right. Okay. I will be, yep, I'll be real quick. And then,
I am just here on behalf of Colton County Connected. This is probably the closest we're gonna have to a finished schedule until I just got a few more things that I have to finish on it. But other than that, this is pretty much what it's gonna look like. So if you guys wanna breeze through it, if there's any questions or comments or anything, you can definitely take that back to the committee. Julie, could you double check the CHS timing and how it's written, and if you want it to stay that way? I just kind of copied and pasted that from last year.
Oh, okay.
Trevor, I need a little more information from you about the blow party and the wiffle tournament.
yep, so I'm gonna be meeting with Lauren, Grindy, and them. They're gonna kind of be running.
Okay. Yeah, our goal is just to try and have it completely finished public beginning of June. Because we've already had people asking when it's coming out,
Yeah.
but we don't like to put it out until it's finished, because then there's like 12 different versions of it out there. It's like, well, mine didn't say that. So yeah, you guys are kind of seeing the almost finished version.
Yeah. I don't think there's much be changed on the Team Glow night.
Yeah, I just copied and pasted. So, and last year, you guys took care of the event for that and then made a poster. Are you planning on doing that?
You want us to promote it?
No, last year, you must have made the poster or the girls made the poster and made the event and then just made me a co-host,
Oh,
which is
okay.
great because then I can promote it.
Yep, we can do that. Yep.
And then, and get me like a PDF or a JPEG of the poster because then I can continue to promote it too. So that's not a problem.
Yep, we can definitely do that.
Yeah. So then, because then that way if they know if Jessica or Amber are actually the ones planning it or doing it, or whatever, they can add whatever they want to the event. I don't know what they're planning now.
Yeah.
So,
No,
Yeah.
That'll work. We'll probably do maybe the same with you on that volleyball tournament.
because the volleyball tournament that they're planning on doing, they're gonna set that up too, and then just get me in there it just works nice if I can be a host, because then I can just grab that event and push it out there to the world via social media. So it
Yeah.
works out a little bit nicer. So, So
Looks good. Yeah.
that would be awesome.
You guys have anything for Kathy?
Anybody got a question? We really appreciate you guys' support and everything you do for us every year, and
Still planning on wanting 1 or 2 porta potties on Main Street here, or 4th, I guess.
what did we do last year? Whatever last
What'd we do,
year
Pete?
did
One on-
two? I think we
just
did a
did one,
handicap and a
didn't we?
regular. Was it a one? No, you're right. It was one last year. It's been so many years. I forget. Yeah, because I'll have one back yet too. I actually do 2 of them.
Okay.
So we should be good.
We'll
Yeah,
have a
it's
couple
mainly
out
just-
at the tractor pull,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're at, 2 up in the park?
So,
If there's anything else, we will get a hold of you guys.
Huge.
But
Do you need 2 down here, or is it one?
no, I think one was plenty good.
it's just for
Because
the
when I
parade.
moved the dance to behind, it was mainly just the parade, because I don't like to, if I even open that door that much anytime before or during the parade, people just rush in, and it's all just one, can I borrow a chair? Can I use the bathroom? Next thing you know, we're open before the parade's even over. So I just refuse to open that door. So, no, that works out great if one is plenty good, so, no, good. All right, well, I'm gonna take Miss Zoe and we're gonna sneak on out if you guys are done.
See you, Zoe.
Hi, thank you.
Bye,
You gotta say
Zoe.
bye, everybody.
Bye, I love you,
Bye.
You're welcome. Okay, before we move on, we're gonna get to Riley. I recognize. Yeah, Joe already forgot about it. We're gonna recognize this is her last time coming in as a council member. So
You?
we got a little. Got you a little.
Oh, neat. Well, thank you.
No, thank you for
Appreciate it.
6 years of service.
Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you
Fast,
guys.
ain't it?
Yes. Yes, it did go fast. But honestly, you guys, I said this before, the council that you guys have today is so different than the council I started with. It's very impressive. I'm excited for you guys. Thank you for this. I appreciate it. Thanks, Trevor. Yes.
We can do it. We can move the chair. You guys can move.
Okay.
The box is on the top of the desk.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to take
Yeah.
it or you want me to send it to you?
If you just want to take it. Here. Excellent. You gonna get it? I have 3 kids.
Look this way. Okay.
I was gonna say, Trevor, you have kids. We gotta go quick.
Yep. Well, I know.
Okay.
It was like, I took a bunch, so I know that.
Okay. Thank you guys.
Yeah, we'll
see you.
Bye.
I'll see you in church.
Yes, we'll see you in church.
Thank you very much.
Hi, thank you guys.
No. Always find you another house.
Yeah.
All right. Weston.
Okay, I've got 2 items, Weston Blasius with Banner Associates. The first item is just an update on the current project, so specifically the manhole rehab. And of course, we had the discussion with HK probably a couple months ago now. But over the past 2 weeks, they've been in town and they've been doing the relining work on the manholes. They've completed every manhole relining except for one. There's one manhole where the casting has, they've got an issue with one of the castings that's gonna have to be addressed prior to them doing the relining. So they will have to mobilize in, and that will be after Holstein likely, or they may end up hiring out HK Solutions to complete the casting work. So we're, I guess, waiting to hear back from Holstein on that and how they want to handle it. We are waiting for the testing reports. So in the communication with HK, they've got somebody that they had brought in internally. They're doing this on their end, but they're doing the inspection on the thickness of the liner. We've of course have had a Banner representative on site throughout the rework, and they'll be providing a report with measurements of that liner thickness and documenting it with pictures as well, so we can verify that the work that they've completed is in compliance with the spec. Any questions regarding the?
When you say casting, are you talking about like the manhole?
The
whole-
manhole iron that sits in the asphalt.
Okay.
So when they installed that manhole iron, they didn't install it flat on the manhole top. They've shimmed up one side and there's still a void underneath two other sides. So we're just concerned about the support underneath that casting.
Okay.
So we've taken a picture of it, sent it out to Holstein. I had a conversation with them today on it. And they're gonna look for a product that they can use to hopefully remedy the situation from inside the casting instead of removing it and having to do a new asphalt patch in the road.
Okay.
If there's no questions on that, I'll move over to the bid. So we had a bid opening last Thursday for the phase 4 and 5 sanitary and storm sewer project. And the scope of that project is, of course, the sanitary replacement on 2nd Street from Main to Charles, and then also the storm sewer route on 5th Street from Sherman to Iowa, south on Iowa to 6th Street, and then over to the park where we've got a sag in the roadway, and that's where we'll have inlets to collect the drainage there. There were 6 bids that were received for the project. The bids ranged from $985,000 to about $1.4 million. It was a very competitive bid. 4 or 5 of those bids were within about $100,000. So we felt like we received good pricing because of that competitiveness of the bid. The low bid was received by Alliance Construction. They're out of Sioux Falls. Personally, myself and Banner wise, we haven't had a lot of experience with Alliance. So Alliance Construction is a fairly new company. Although it has, I would say, experienced ownership. It is, the ownership is from SoCup Construction. So they had broken off from SoCup a couple of years ago. So they've only been in business for a few years. We had requested references from Alliance and they provided 3 references. And we were able to check up on the references. One of them was HDR, and then another one was
Hartford.
I'm trying to think of
JSA?
JSA, sorry, thank you.
What's
Another-
JSA?
So
JSA
an engineering firm in Sioux Falls. And then the third one was White Companies out of Sioux Falls. So I did call the representative that they had for reference for each one of those companies, and they gave great feedback on Alliance. One of those had worked with the individuals back when they were with SoCup, but still felt comfortable that the company that they had today could still perform the work. They do have a couple other larger projects that they're taking on right now and have taken on in the recent years here since their inception. A couple of those will be some developments in Sioux Falls. They've done a fairly good sized sanitary sewer replacement project in Key, and they're doing a development in Hartford. I understand they did just win a bid in Hartford as well, and that was maybe part of the reason why they were so competitive on this one, because they've got another job in Hartford. I did not reach out to Hartford on that project just because they haven't performed any work, up to this point yet. But I guess with that, it was within the budget that we had remaining for the funding dollars with the ARPA funding that the city has. So with that being within the budget and allowing for about a 10% contingency on the job, so there still is some money remaining for changes on the project if those do come up. I feel pretty comfortable making a recommendation that the city awards the project to Alliance Construction.
And that's for the storm sewer and the reroute of the sewer here.
No.
No, sorry, that's for the storm sewer going down to the park, and then just a segment of sanitary sewer on Second Street from Main to Charles. The sewer reroute was not bid as part of this project. And the thought was that I guess the concern with bidding that in with this project as well was that there'd be a shortage of dollars to complete that work. And then also the portion of work on 4th Street, we would end up, and not that this is out of the question because this still may end up being the case, we'd end up redoing the surface work. So we'd end up doing surface work twice.
You can see the base bid is the second, pretty much the Second Street project, and bid alternate one would be the storm.
So, yeah, we're upsizing, so from Main Street to Sherman, or Charles, excuse me, we're upsizing that from 8 inch to 10 inch.
Okay.
Can we recognize that with that first construction?
So in the 2016 facility plan as performed, so the sewer system that we completed, that identified that stretch to be a 10-inch pipe. Now, again, capacity wise, it's, it's servicing, has an 8-inch capacity. And some of the work that the city's done with the lining and some of the replacement has helped with that. But still, if there's additional growth, especially east of town, it's going to require a 10-inch pipe on 2nd Street.
Anybody got any questions on it?
I think the bids come in really well. for what
Yes,
we're
because
thinking,
after we had
so
6 bids.
Super happy with that.
I know this Alliance is up doing all the excavation up for our new shop, and all their compactions came in at 98% or higher.
Okay, yeah.
So, I mean, some of the drivers are a little crazy. You might want to watch out, but they got work done. I mean, they're doing good work.
And if their management crews, they're coming from Soka Construction, I mean, that's a pretty reputable company.
Yeah.
That's kind of their bread and butter work is earthwork
Mhm.
and utilities.
I know all them guys at Alliance. They're good group. It's a good group of people. So.
Well, that being said, consider a motion to award the bid to Alliance Construction.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Motion from Matt Plotnick, second from Joel Wiltshire. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Okay.
And I'm gonna just mention one more thing, Trevor. So this award will be contingent upon DANR approving the award. So there are some documents that we'll have to send to DANR. It's a bid package that we'll put together. The documents that we've gotten from Alliance, everything looks to be in order. I don't see any issues with that. But that'll go to DANR. They'll give the concurrence to make the award, and then we'll be able to send that award off to Alliance. And at that time, then we'll enter into an agreement stage. So they'll have to provide their performance bond, payment bond, and insurance. And once that is adequate or in place and acceptable, then the city would then enter into an agreement with Alliance.
I'm pretty pleased on that. We're lucky that it did, because that's going to help a lot of people out on the 6th and 5th there.
Yeah.
So. Okay, thank you. Thanks,
Yeah,
Weston,
thank
for
you,
coming out.
Yeah, thanhanks, Weston.
Thanks.
You bet.
Thanks for all you do for us.
You're welcome.
See you on the bus tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. Right there.
Okay. Gonna move on to, we'll start with this baseball sponsorship and potential improvements. So, no documents on there, but Michaela did put kind of what we're sitting at potentially right now. I think we have a few more that still need to come
We
in,
do have a few more.
that are coming in, so.
I just sent out some reminders last week.
Yep. There's just been a few that I haven't said they're going to, and just haven't handed a check in, so.
Did you have a list of the new ones? New sponsors?
She does. Let me pull it, I can.
I was just curious if any of the new places that I went to Actually-
Builders Electric.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Builders Electric,
I stopped there.
Sioux Falls Outdoor Equipment,
I stopped there too.
Raz
keep going.
Tech, Instead Seed.
Quested Seed.
Oh, okay. Talking.
I ran into.
Did you?
Jared.
To Jared? Okay.
Talked to him about that.
Just those few?
Then there'll be a couple more signs up there that the Colton Friends of Baseball will be putting a sign up there.
Okay.
Since they're working on improvements, I just told them if they paid for the cost of the sign, they can put their sign up on the field. So
That's fair.
that's what they're doing.
I gotta get their name out there somehow.
Yep. But anymore, we
I
haven't.
mailed out about 20 reminders, so.
From last year. People from
No,
last
there
year.
was some new ones.
Just some new ones you threw in there.
I looked up some prominent businesses in Hartford.
Oh, sure.
So that maybe would be interested in opening up lines of communication for partnerships in the future.
Fair enough.
But that going forward, I think it's important that we show some sort of improvement every year with our sponsorships. You know, I've kind of talked to Joe with it and talked to Michaela. You know, we did, when I think me and you kind of talked about this too, actually opening a Park and Rec's its own account to separate it completely. So nothing's getting stirred in that. Since the city just did pay for the lights, you know, with the promise of the sponsorship, I think we look at Park and Rec pay the city back every year on that instead of taking out a 6.5%, 7% loan. I think that would be the smarter thing to do. So we just do it at a $10,000 a year payment till it's done, and it's done. I mean, I don't know what you guys' thoughts on that, unless you just want to put out a loan.
No, if we don't have to take a loan, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay that interest, so.
And then, so like we're sitting now, you know, if we did 10,000 a year, we're sitting roughly $9,800 extra every year. We should probably look at some sort of improvements that our sponsors always be like, we just don't want to look like, I mean, granted, yes, we did lights, but one easily forgets that.
Mm-hmm. Well, especially 3-4 years down the road,
Yeah.
you know.
So been looking, I want you guys to kind of brainstorm. It's nothing that we have to vote on right now, like brainstorm on some things that you think need improvement. I know I was looking at, Pete and I kind of talked, he was going to look into getting some prices on it with some picnic tables with canopies that we can set up around the pool, since now we have that bus coming, which there's 60 kids on that bus now that signed up for it, which is great.
I did look up some of those too that day I had talked to you about it.
Yeah.
Kind of spending.
Yeah.
They're nice though.
Yeah.
And it would be more of a, I'm not going to say it's a permanent structure, but you know, the concrete walkway that goes from the parking lot straight up to the pool house.
Yeah.
You could put some right there.
Yeah.
Like 2 of them, and they've
Wow.
got big canopies that go over, and that's where people can sit. Big table, you can fit a lot of people there. It's covered.
I did look at, I was talking with Pete, I did look, there's this one company down in Arkansas that had, the canopy was the fabric kind, but had the metal columns and, you know, and it was vaulted and all that stuff.
Yep.
The price on it wasn't that bad. It was like $7,200 for 18 by 20, which is, I mean, that's huge. The dang shipping was the killer. It was like $4,500 to ship it up here.
You got that new truck?
I know, Pete likes driving, so I was almost gonna.
We'll send you down.
How
to
much does
Arkansas.
that shelter get used?
The picnic shelter?
Yeah,
It gets quite
I
off
think
and on.
used.
It's not
More than you
super.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I always thought about building another one.
well, I mean, we're gonna have to look at updating that one too. I mean, it's
Well-
been around here a long time.
That's something that we could always pass on. I know the Lions Club does a lot with that.
Okay.
Well, like I said, we've got the old tennis courts. Could easily build something there ourselves, even too, if we wanted to. It's already got concrete there. Take a section of it and build something over top of it.
And I was gonna
Power's right there already.
kind of experiment too, and maybe put some numbers together. I was just looking at some sort of shade during the summertime for the
Yeah.
kids, so they're not venturing out into the park. We can keep them close. I was even thinking like doing a pergola. You know, I don't know if you guys are familiar with a pergola. You know, see if Sunderman Manufacturing and just make some steel columns and purlins, and then we just do either wood That way, stuff will still dry out, but at that time of day, it's probably enough shade. So, no, just think of some other things to do and going to
Are there
that.
basketball hoops on that?
There's 2 up there.
I mean, does that need to be repainted? I mean, just ideas.
Yeah. I know it would be nice to do that. I don't know how much it'd be worth on that. I mean, we can even look at moving them basketball hoops. I mean, we talked about that too, moving that concrete up more closer to the park too. Or,
Putting an actual basketball, little court,
yeah,
some nice hoops and
so just experiment. I mean, you guys can, don't be afraid to get prices and then hand it off to Michaela. We can put it on the agenda for next month. Kind of expanding on that. I did talk with Brandon Lane this morning for a while, and we're talking about that Operation Roundup. And he was asking if I was going to put an application in for anything what we need. And he's like, why don't you put it on for that pool bus? I'm like, well, the funds have already kind of been appropriated for that. And we got other communities that I hate to have our ask burn up for that pool bus. I said, well, how about we expand on that and we look at expanding, applying for $10,000 and expanding our pool deck on the north side, adding the concrete, adding like 10 foot of concrete. So it'll be 110 foot by 10 foot of concrete. And I already got a bid from Cole because I was just curious. Cole gave me a bid at $7,400. Would Sioux Valley be interested in that? He said, absolutely. That would be something.
on the north side.
Yeah.
So we'd have to move the fence and or
We'd
put
have
a
to
new
move the
fence
fence.
in.
Yeah, move the fence out.
So
Yeah, that's
Pete and I talked about that, which we'll see. I think we'll apply for the funds and see what happens.
Mhm.
If we get it. It'd be-
so something else too was looking at getting a new fence around there too. But if we want to spend money for improvements, and that fence has seen better days, and it'd be nice to have around where the slide is a little bit bigger of an area there. So it'd be a little bit more concrete, expand it out,
Well,
make
there
it a little
is,
bit bigger.
which Pete and I, that's the biggest thing that we've been trying for the last couple of years is trying to find a lining company for that pool.
Yeah.
We talked to
Put a liner
Randy
in.
Kindle from Game Fish and Parks, and because he told us there is grants out there with them that they do for lining pools. He gave us 2 businesses, and the one was didn't answer, and the other one said they don't go out of state.
They won't come out of state. They're up in North Dakota.
So if you can find a company to line that pool, because I'd like to get a number and put that on the next year GFP grant, because that would be the best thing to line that pool.
That would be
But
extend the life of it maybe a little
Yeah.
longer.
And I thought about maybe adding like a spray park over in between the playground and the pool, like in that grassy area.
there is who's that? There was another one.
Same guy.
Game Fish and Parks. There's
They'll
a
do
spray
a
park.
grant for a spray park.
But with that concrete, because I was trying to expand on that, I said, we got 60 more kids, could use some more pool room.
Yeah.
So I did contact Patrick and had a communication with him today on making sure by touching that concrete, we're not opening Pandora's box.
Correct.
And the way he read it and everything, we would not, because we're not alternating the pool by any means. We're adding an addition onto the pool deck. So if we were alternating the entrance or anything like that, then we'd have to bring everything.
So like what repairs specifically to the pool can we do or modifications to the layout of the pool? Like,
That's
I
really
don't
tough.
think
I
you
mean,
can do much to the actual vessel itself,
okay,
other than repair, like if the
Just
concrete broke. You
concrete, you can
Put
fix the
the-
concrete
yeah.
to the edge.
Yeah.
Stuff like
yeah,
that.
if we start alternating that pool house or anything like that, then it's all ADA and a small little.
all new electrical, none of that's grounded like it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's just a whole,
One little, because that was my thing, one little $10,000 improvement. I didn't want it to turn into a $1 million uh-oh.
Mhm.
And then we shut up because there's no
Pete,
more.
you know it best. What other improvements up there?
I like what he's talking about extending that to the north. I like what you said. I don't know if you heard him or not, but where the slide is, well, we got that notch out. So if we could make that notch out a little wider,
Yeah.
because it's
Redo
getting
the
real
fence.
tight right there. And then the way that fence is cobbled together,
Oh,
it's
awful.
just
Yeah.
awful.
Well, we can always look at that. And two, we don't have to go that whole 110 foot
Right.
with that pool deck on that. I just figured squaring it off would be,
You
it's
might as well at that
You want to
point.
go, how far out did you want to go? 10 feet?
10 foot, which would be
Another-
to them
Right.
poles.
I looked at that today. It'll be, it's 120 feet long, but there's that manhole, up in that one corner,
Yep.
the northeast corner. That's where the water meter and all that is. So we'll
Yeah.
probably have to cut it back and then maybe bring it across. We won't be able to.
Is there some,
We won't be able to move that.
is there some drainage issues on that north side? Cause I just always remember seeing water pooled up on that north side.
I've never seen that.
Yeah. Just
The
always
only thing I
seeing-
don't know is if we got enough slope for the, if you put a 10-foot pad in, you're gonna have
Right.
to slope it out so the water runs away from the pool. And then do we have enough grade there to make that happen? That'd be the only thing. But
Only other thing would be is raise it up and let it run into the pool.
yeah, we don't really want to do that.
Unless it's chemicals.
I even told Pete on that too. I said, what we could do is put a drainage in the middle. Get rid of it that way too. So I just think, because then if we eventually start adding onto it, I mean, we can get the little picnic tables with the canopies in there, so you get the moms and whatever.
Be a nice hangout area, get some lounger chairs.
You just look at it right now, you're sitting right next to the pool. And
Right. There isn't enough room
so,
for people.
We'll
to
see
walk
what,
around.
but if you're good with that, Michaela will be working with Brandon for that application. You guys are good with that, to use that Operation Roundup as that?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Most likely, Brandon said, I've never seen them give the full amount, but he goes, if you get 5,000, because most likely you probably get like 5, so. And there we can expand off from the sponsorships using the rest, so.
Yeah.
Let's just see what happens first, and then we'll go from there.
Even like the outfield fence around the little field, especially that east field, that a lot of them posts are rotted off and,
Yeah.
so I mean, we could replace that whole fence all the way around that outfield.
Were you gonna rake those smaller fields? Outfield?
They're playing right now, and they are right.
You did, no, the outfield. There's a lot of wood chips and stuff, bigger sticks and stuff in there. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Behind the fields,
Well, like on the west field, unless it's been cleaned up since.
they must have been cleaned up, but there's
Okay.
still a bunch of wood chips behind the fence. I haven't. done
Yeah, no,
anything.
behind the fence is fine. I don't care about that. In the field itself, like,
Yeah, there
when
was
we
a couple.
first started practicing out there, I noticed I was
There
throwing
was-
a lot of bigger chunks out of
There
there.
was a
Yeah,
couple
no.
stragglers when Chris was.
Well, we had that big cottonwood that was hanging over the field, so
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of stuff dropped on the field. But yeah, that should be all cleaned up.
Okay. I'll just make sure.
But as soon as I get time and it's drying up, I'm gonna go behind the field and kind of clean up all them wood chips, and level that out and stuff like that. But I just haven't gotten to that yet.
You can plant grass back there.
That's what I'd like to do.
It's just this for now.
Yeah.
Throw some grass.
They can seed it and get some grass in there.
Yeah, because I think there's people sitting out there.
Yeah.
Potentially pool open date if water temp never gets to work with us in the evenings. What do we?
27. What I got wrote down on my calendar.
Yep, the
May?
27th. Yeah, May
Well, the
27th.
thing is that though, that's a holiday, so who's gonna be coming in to do that?
Oh, it's Memorial Day.
The 27th is a Memorial Day.
Oh, yeah. Well, oh, yeah, so.
What'd you say, June 24th?
That's what he would like. Because I think they were talking about doing like a soft open, just bringing staff's family up, to kind of get the bugs worked out on a Sunday before we actually open. So, yeah, maybe we'll look at that.
Well,
June 1st.
but I mean, so didn't you have something planned on that weekend already?
I don't have to
Memorial?
be here for them to open.
Just making sure.
Unless there's something happens.
Dramatic happens.
Yeah.
But, I mean, honestly, with the nights being so cool, I don't think it's going to happen. We're going to probably most likely be looking into June when everything goes. So potentially have the bus coming the 28th, also, but we put that out there potentially with water temp in season. So if it keeps getting hotter and gets warm.
What does the pool temp have to be to?
Normally has to be, I mean,
don't
it
think
could,
there's any like rule.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Kind of relaxed on them pool rules. When I first started here, we had to take pool samples and send them in and to the state for bacteria and all that stuff. They don't even recommend you, or they don't ask you or tell you to do it anymore. But we still do it because when I take a water sample in once a month, I grab a pool sample and take with it, just in case.
we, had some lifeguards this year, really wanted to offer different sessions of swimming lessons this year. So now we're operating, there's 2 different sessions. So there'll be a June and July session, and then they're doing a morning and afternoon lessons each. So hopefully that will help.
I know last year, right away in the fall, they were asking for sweatshirts.
Yeah,
I think they
and
did
Jess
that.
and
Yeah, they got
Amber,
'em. Yeah.
Jess and Amber did actually go buy them for them. So they bought them this year. I did
They
send
did?
up
Somewhere. This year?
No, last year.
last year.
Oh.
They bought them themselves, like they personally bought them. So, this year I did have Jess Oyen make some pool staff and lifeguard shirts because potentially having that many people, we need the separation of who's actually working at the pool and who's not. So, they'll all have,
So you're giving me that receipt?
yeah, I haven't got it yet. So they'll just be a white shirt that says, have the lifeguard symbol on it, says Colton Pool. In the back, it'll say either lifeguard or pool staff.
Cool.
That'll be it. It's just, you're just getting a t-shirt.
Okay.
Making sure we told them at the beginning of the year that they can't make any alterations to them either. I'm cutting the sleeves
Yeah,
off.
we'll
and-
see how that goes. Once it's done, it's done.
You guys have any questions on the pool for either Pete or I?
No, I just like to joke with you about the receipts.
I know. I'm probably the best one at giving her back receipts.
I don't know. I got a wrinkle for pretty high.
All right. So now we'll move on. Sheriff's report.
So when they're permitting the 26th?
Uh,
26th?
well,
You said Sunday.
Okay.
26 soft open. That won't be open to the public. But
Oh, okay,
I
so
had a
like.
question for you.
28th, maybe?
yeah,
What
28.
exactly do you think that, is that like a stain that failed?
So that is when they try to keep it checked too. I'm guessing if you look at that, he's referencing the liquor law violations on
Yeah.
page fourth and Sherman, main.
Yeah, because it needs to be restarted,
Oh, it doesn't have,
It's set to go off every-
248.
just to make
That's
sure the
probably-
computers are getting restarted, so.
Buffalo.
Buffalo, they sell
Safety
now.
Oh,
patches
okay.
or
Yeah,
something
so
that-
those are, especially when they're all that night, so that's going around, we're doing liquor compliance checks. And so we stand the, what's called a call for service, but, it's coded as a liquor law violation, but it's just checking. That's how we code them up there. As you can see, it was cleared out as NAT, which is necessary action taken. If there was a violation, you'd see a cite with the case report.
Oh, okay.
Mm,
So they passed.
They passed.
That's good.
that is really good.
Yeah, I think there was only 2. We usually hit every one of them in one night in the county. We've done it before over
Okay.
multiple nights, but once we do one night, then they all call each other.
Mm-hmm,
Get ready for the second night.
mm-hmm.
We try to
Gotta be
blitz
quick.
in one night.
I'm curious where South Main Avenue and South Main Avenue was.
So can we put a request on you where you guys sit at all?
We certainly do, yeah. Because we've had that before where they don't like where we sit or they want us. to sit somewhere else.
One thing I know because this highway is going to completely shut down, right?
When is that shutting
When
down?
the school's out.
Soon as school closes.
Oh, wow.
You guys park up on Park Avenue by the ball diamonds on the evenings because we had it last year. We actually bought little speed bumps, like the little portable ones that throw out there to slow people down because with them ball games, you had some kids that, and not even necessarily just kids, some people just fly through there. Even it doesn't even matter if there's
Yeah,
kids in parks there.
Yeah.
it's like from 6th Street to 8th Street there on Park.
I'm just
Right along the ball field there.
This is Park, this is 6th Street, and you're gonna go south. They can come in off town off this gravel,
Yeah.
and when they come in this way, I mean, they're just flying past.
It's quiet now because no one takes it, but once that road and that highway shuts down, that's
There'll be a lot of extra traffic on there, and then there'll be a lot of traffic going on First Street to the east of town too.
Doing that as a bypass.
Yeah,
Which
and
one's gonna be shut down, did you say?
464 from here to the
Yeah.
Montrose Road, the 254.
Three-year
Years
long
in a row.
project, but
Mhm.
All in one shot, or they?
no, they keep doing it, so it'll be a year over. Well, we already did it last year. And now this year it'll get shut down again for the summer, and then it'll open back up for the fall, and then it'll shut back down next summer.
yeah, you talk to your counterparts right there and say, right.
Right there.
Because by the time they hit, probably right by Riley's house, they're already hitting the gas. And
Yeah.
they're doing 40,
In the meantime, they
50
can
by
sit
the
in my
time they're
driveway
going
from
past
3 to
these
6.
facilities. That don't change until you get.
They can
up
sit in
here
my driveway
before the
too.
speed
You
bumps
like
change.
cookies?
You'll be able to catch them.
I got told a few of them that, hey, you know, you can sit right here.
Just the way that,
Some recommendations.
just that way that Eastfield is set up and how close everyone parks and sits next to the road. I'm just waiting for.
Oh, I know.
Oh, when we
Kids
start
walking
having games
between
and
the
stuff,
cars,
yeah.
that's so scary.
Yeah.
It basically becomes
Full
a one-lane road.
I believe it, yeah.
And then little kids running out there, you can't see them coming because of the way the park cars
They're
are.
out in front of the car.
Is there certain nights that they have ball games?
Pretty much it's gonna be,
About
well, we
every
do
night.
have the schedule here. I think you put it up, didn't you?
Yep, I sure do.
It starts tonight.
good
It's
as I
pretty
can
much every night.
Yeah, basically for the next 2 months.
They can't pick a wrong night.
It's pretty much on the
They'll
very
go out
last,
there when it's raining, of course.
the very last 2 pages has the schedule on it, so.
I'll be down there tomorrow night.
No, it was just kind of a big concern last year. I mean, I just noticed it really.
I will definitely pass it on. Yes, anything like that, if you ever anything, either myself or Adam, just because the patrol captain, we work very hand in hand. These requests, speed trailer, you can use speed trailer brought up in here, we have those available too, and they actually do data counts. So we,
Okay.
when somebody says that there, everybody speeds, then we put it up and we look at the data afterwards and like, 10% speeds.
Yeah.
But it's,
I know we put in, well, we supported with the fire department a grant for one this year, so.
It's a speed, not trailer, it's a permanent sign, isn't it?
No,
Or was
it's a
it a
trailer.
trailer? Was it a trailer? Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was this actual sign.
So we can do a message report or, put a message on there.
message board.
And radar, I think it did have radar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot
it
of
did have
them, they
radar.
now build them into that too, yeah.
Yeah.
So we have covert boxes at the highway department too, that they do speed counts as well too. It's what you put it on a pole, it looks like just a little gray box. And so sometimes we'll do that preemptively just to get a baseline sample of what is going on there. And then we'll start with the train, the sign, the actual speed trailer, and then physical enforcement after that.
So for that, like by the assisted living up here, that would be a good place for that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's the Colton sign right across the road from my house.
Yeah, right
I'm not,
down on the side of the town there.
Mhm.
Or what would that be? 9th, 10th Street maybe? It ain't there, but that's what it would be. Kind of where you turn to go into the trailer court.
Yep.
Right in there. Them 2 spots would be the ideal for that kind of.
Okay.
If you wanted to get information or whatever,
So it's open.
You could put one, on the,
Well, even coming into town.
our message board by the fire station too. I seen somebody early in the morning come flying through town, hit the railroad tracks and went airborne.
nobody's up at 3 a.m. like you are.
I know.
What?
It was
Except
like,
for you, you're going to work.
I do,
yeah.
yeah.
It was
No.
I hear
5:30.
it
I
a
was
lot.
on my way
I
to
hear it a
drill.
lot.
I mean, in all reality,
Has them
the
bankers
4
out
main
there.
asphalt roads that come into town, you could pick any one of them and they
It's-
fly.
It's such a short distance to get through town. A lot of people just,
Especially a lot of semis.
I was gonna say the same as.
I don't feel like slowing down. I'll make it
Overall
through.
speed enforcement.
Yeah.
Presence. Yes, okay.
And I do want to say I have met quite a few of the officers. I do appreciate when they are coming through. They stop and introduce themselves, and I like that.
Except for this guy, that guy.
What are you
Yeah, what are you checking out there?
calling people out or what?
Early.
Who?
Early. You should know him from guards
Oh,
with the deuce.
That name sounds familiar.
Really Stone Arrow.
Mhm. Yep.
Move on.
Patterson.
Moving on.
If you have anything else, let me know.
Okay.
You got my card, my email, so stay in touch.
Thank you.
Yeah, we
Thank
really enjoy the quarterly report too.
Good. Yeah, that's something new that we should be.
No, we appreciate it.
Yeah, it was in our packet last
Yeah,
week.
we can't share company details on things, but at least it gives you a little snapshot of
What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, that's why I started printing out the sheriff's log too. Because they were wondering, like, well, we see they're here, but what's going on? And I'm like, well, actually, there is a report history I could include.
It is nice
Ever
to
since
see.
we went
it.
encrypted,
It's-
and everybody's this is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, thank you. Thank you for coming up.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, we do a year-to-date membership splash, so I figured since we have the system, I'm just gonna have Michaela print it off every month for you guys. to see
And this is just this year so far.
just this year so
Yes.
far.
Wow.
That was through Friday.
But that's including memberships too.
It has it broke down.
Yeah.
Yes, we have
Okay,
7
okay.
memberships there. We have 8 as of today, but no one's really signed up yet, but that has a breakdown of what the food's doing and everything. That's just been the big deal. Tonight's the grand opening of the little concession stand, so we'll see how that goes. But we really haven't had that many games
Right.
for that to be,
High school stuff. I mean,
and we've actually had rain days, so a lot of them have been canceled. So what do we have? Maybe
Now you got-
4 or 5 games?
now you've got youth baseball that's gonna be
Yeah.
blowing that park up.
So, yeah, so I just figured you guys, since we pay for the system, you guys might as well be able to see it every month and what it's operating on it, so.
Have we heard any more on where they can prepay for the kids at the pool or?
Michaela's been hoping for that info to come out. Have you heard anything?
I did see something new that said,
I keep getting asked, that's why.
oh, okay. Let's go on. I'll look.
Okay, you look it up. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna move on. Page 15, spring street sweeping.
It's the same quote from last fall. When we talked about doing it last fall, then we decided, we'll just wait because we weren't gonna get the bang for our buck.
You know, we waited as long as last year we did it too early.
Yeah.
And then trees flowered out and seeded out and we did it and then it was just it was a waste,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
You guys have any questions or you guys want to hold out, table it?
They gonna honor that price?
This
Okay.
is the new one. Yep. So,
Okay.
You guys want to make?
They
a
just
motion?
using Pelicans. Okay. I know a couple spots in town, the streets.
When were we
such a
thinking about
crown
doing
in
this?
That
I
gutter brain
told-
just doesn't even.
I told
get in
Pete
there.
to schedule it
No.
and then we just put it on the agenda, just at least get on the schedule.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we have to, but at least get on the schedule. What do you
Yeah,
come back with?
I haven't talked to him yet. So
Okay.
I'll call him tomorrow.
Okay.
Get him lined up, but.
Well, I know a lot of people have been going and asking about the dump. So I know plenty of people are taking their leaves and
Yeah, they've been, quite a few people been using.
Yeah.
Yeah, me,
Just
12
out
loads.
there
Oh,
Is
Yeah,
that
I've had a
this
few
weekend?
on Friday.
oh, and you guys did with the
Tree?
Lions? No, it was the Lions Club.
No, American Legion.
Legion.
A group of us got together and we went and cut that tree down by the memorial.
Oh, okay.
Cause they want to get flags up for Memorial Day and I'm sure Pete's super busy with the park and everything else, so.
Thanks for doing that. You guys did an awesome job.
Yeah, he was hauling up buckets of sludge while you guys were doing that.
Yes, he was. Maybe we should put a note out, cause I know when I was out there, somebody dropped plastic snow fence out by the trees. I picked it up and brought it back and put it in the dumpsters at the park.
Oh, so someone dumped.
Somebody dumped basically trash.
Oh, okay.
Just let them know that you can't have,
Yeah.
we can only
Maybe
have.
we should put it on the marquee again. Just, I mean, there's a big sign out there.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, yeah,
No one leaves it, but we'll just put a reminder, hey, you want to maintain your
yeah.
dump or your
And-
rubble site, no illegal dumping because we'll have to shut down again. So,
Cause really all we can take is trees and leaves and non-painted lumber, non-treated, non-painted lumber. So if it's treated lumber, or if it's got paint on it, we're not even supposed to take it.
yeah. Well, these communities, our community needs to realize that not many communities have a actual rubble site to go use.
So what was it? Leaves?
Leaves, branches, trees.
No, what was the little short condensed version you just gave?
Oh, we could take trees, leaves, and non-painted lumber and non-treated lumber. That's it.
With no
And grass.
And yeah, grass. Yeah. But and you know it's tough because everybody hauls all their 2x4s and stuff out there, and it's all painted. I just burn it, and then
Burn
when the state comes, I spend a day and a half picking up all the white little chips of paint and stuff. Because if they see that, they'll.
You able to take pallets? Cause I've seen there's a huge stack of pallets
Yep.
too. Okay.
As long as they're not treated. As long as they're not treated.
That's
with-
it.
they're just
Dig a
regular
hole,
wood.
push it in there.
Yeah.
What that being said, is there any question about the streetscaping? You get a motion to approve or motion on the table?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion from Tyler. You get a second?
I'll second.
Second from Julie Lyon. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign.
You know, let us know the date, right, Pete?
I'll call them tomorrow and let you guys.
Okay, move on to new utility payment processor. Is that how you call it?
New Bay.
New Bay. This is your realm, so I'll let you speak.
Oh,
on
I'm
this.
not, I wasn't planning on presenting anything. That's why I sent it out.
This?
Mhm. It was out, I put it out in the packet on
Oh.
Friday. There really isn't, much to say other than, currently we are in a contract, which you guys can see on the monthly claims. We pay like $11.50 or so per month, for a gateway fee, and then about 70 some dollars in credit card processing fees per month. With Nuvei, it is integrated with Banyan, and it puts all of the transaction fees, 3.5%, onto the card user, and our charge is $9.95 per month.
So
PSI, excuse me, PCI compliant.
Yes.
That's what that.
Mhm.
So does the ACH fee go up? Cause like right now we're at 50 cents, I believe is what we get charged if you're under ACH.
Well, I'm not planning on running
Using-
through-
These guys for ACH.
No,
Okay.
because
Just
right
for
now,
credit and debit card transactions.
Yeah. right now I just click a file from Banyan, upload it to Reliabit, it takes the payment, and then as it creates the report in Banyan, it creates a receipt batch for it. So.
But it puts a 3.5 back on it.
So even if we still have to pay the $11.50 per month, I mean, this is still cheaper with $9.95 per month, and it looked like they use. I'm sure you guys have heard of like Paya, or like we did like a brief, like probably 30 minutes call about this with the Nuvei representative.
So this does have a pay by phone system too?
Yes. It has a lot of the features that others have talked about. Also, it looked like the email e-billing, auto pay, text and pay. They provide portal support.
I mean, if you want your check amount to go down, I don't think so.
So we're
That
not.
it's gonna make a difference.
I'm
Cause
not
I
gonna
will
be
still
running
write
to
a check.
ACH.
I don't pay any fees on anything. I
Yeah.
don't. So,
You and me are a lot alike.
yeah, I don't do that.
Well, the whole reason for looking into this is because you guys didn't like paying for the credit card processing fees,
Right.
which we are now. And this way we wouldn't be.
Well, I think it'll save the city money because
Mhm.
you're going down per month to begin with. plus you put a charge back on that consumer,
Mm-hmm.
which is what most places are doing anyway.
We're given the rest of the citizens the option. It's
Right.
another option
Oh,
of
yeah.
payment that's a little more convenient for some people that want to use that service, and it's a lot more convenient for Michaela for processing those things.
And I believe that they put something on our website as well.
I was just gonna
Did
ask that,
anybody
is there a
see
link?
anything about that?
I was trying to read in here and I couldn't see. It just says payment solution. Online payment application. So it's direct integration with your CIS utility billing system. I don't know what that means exactly.
That means with Banyan.
Okay.
So they can enroll in e-billing, auto pay, and checks by pay. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
We got a guest pay.
I mean, if there's a portal, there's got to be a link from the account or from the website.
Yeah, I think we could put it on our website
That's what it
and
seemed
then
like to
have,
me.
and then it'll probably redirect you to their pay site.
Yeah.
To
Maybe that's what that pay was.
Yeah,
that
to
I
enter your
saw.
which is what a lot of like Sioux Valley has too. You get
Mhm.
redirected to their pay site that they have set up.
Which is what, something portal.
Yeah, and I don't know exactly what it is, but I guarantee you that's probably what this is gonna do. They'll set up something on their side that'll go to a new pay portal and it'll say City of Colton utility billing. Enter your information and pay for it. I could.
Well, that sounds right.
Oh, I think
Portal set
I
up.
think this is a no-brainer. This is kind of what we were talking about and looking into, and if we can integrate it with our current pay system and then link it right from our website, people know where to go.
And then I would only assume we would cancel what we have, so.
We can't. We're in a contract.
How long is that contract?
Oh, November of 2025.
So 1 year.
Year and a half ish. And how much is that a month that we pay for that? Again, what was it?
Like $11.50.
Okay.
Well, we can move systems, but we just be stuck in that.
Yeah, I mean, we are stuck with it, but
Or we're stuck
We
with the
don't use
monthly,
it.
or we're stuck with the monthly payment, but not the service.
We won't have the service fees because we're not utilizing it. It'll just be
Right.
that $11.50 a month.
We write them a check for the whole year and be done.
We'll cancel it.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's, and you did contact him, you said?
no, I didn't. I just was looking at the contract.
You were just looking at it, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
it's
guess I didn't
something
even think
where
about that.
you could call them and just say, hey, you know, we're going to a different pay system, yada, yada, yada. What do we got to do to get out of your contract? See if they'll allow you to pay a 6 months now and they'll let us out or whatever the case may be. They might work with you. Who knows? That's what I would recommend. That's what I would do.
I just was thinking about like, well, if we have to pay the $11.50, we're still gonna be saving $60 in processing
Well, that's just
fees.
it, right? Yeah,
Oh,
we're still
yeah,
gonna save.
definitely.
That 1150 is really nothing for what we're gonna save in the
Yeah.
long run for offering, a better solution overall. So,
And it seemed, I saw in here, it said like 50% of people pay on their mobile devices.
oh yeah,
Yeah, bet
I pay all my
probably
bills.
Even more than that, I would think.
except for what I write checks for, which is pretty minimal anymore.
I
So
think the person with the average home computer is probably down.
To like 1%.
look at you guys getting in the 1% group over there.
Yeah.
The 1%ers. Yeah.
Hey, if anybody wants to know how to reduce their debt and put it on a credit card, and I'm on 16 months right now, no interest on anything.
There you go.
I'm quite a few years on that.
Yeah,
don't-
I switched them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't pay.
Yeah. All that being said, is there any more discussion of that? We can get a motion to approve this or table it.
I'd make a motion to approve this system and
Yeah,
look
if it's
into-
money saving, it's.
look into seeing if we can get out of that other contract. If we can't, then so be it. We're still saving money.
Motion from Tyler Evans.
Yeah, I didn't think there would be any pushing it forward, so that's why I was like, well, let me just send this out on Friday, see what all the questions they dig up about it. And
Yeah.
I'll second it.
Second from Matt Watnick. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay.
So that was Evan's last name.
Yep. All right. Approval of annual malt beverage renewal, Classic Corner and Dollar General. No, Matt did ask me a question and I didn't have the answer for him.
I tried calling.
Yes, you did. I was on the phone with
No,
Lucky.
no, yeah, no, that's fine.
He was just curious on why TJ's wasn't.
They don't have one of these because theirs,
They have a liquor license, don't they?
yeah, but theirs is all inclusive.
Oh, so it's a different, since they're off sale.
Yeah, since they had that, I don't know what it was, package or something. They basically had the liquor on sale and off sale. So
But malt beverage is a completely different license to sell beer. It should be, which is why those
We went
guys,
through this last year. They had two.
yeah, for liquor, on sale and off sale.
and they're the only ones that do have both.
Yes,
So when
but that is for liquor, I believe.
Let me call,
Well-
put Kathy on speaker and ask her. She's curious with it, why?
Cause I thought when I looked into it last year that it was malt beverage was beer and wine.
That's what it is.
when I spoke to them not
Yeah.
that long ago, they told me it was because they had both the the liquor on sale and off sale, and that was all inclusive.
So it might be, a pheasant license compared to a sportsman's license. You get to the higher one, the liquor license, that automatically covers the beer
So-
license, because you're already
Yeah.
selling
that's-
alcohol higher
So
proof than
classic,
beer.
Classic Corner is applying for an on and off sale now. Aren't they just
Yeah.
off? Aren't they just off sale?
No, they're off sale, but since they sell beer, they have to sell, or they have to get the malt beverage license. Whether it's open or closed, the malt beverage license, that's why Classic is getting it. Cause they sell beer.
That they want
It
to,
can be just one off sale,
Yeah.
but what you're saying is you have to have this type of license.
For beer, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
okay,
And then
yep,
it-
that's,
then
I
it-
just wanted to be clear.
then if they want to sell beer like they have in the past, then they have to get a 1-day license to the city.
To sell individual.
Yeah, like if they
Cans,
had
if they're having an
movie night or
event
whatever
or-
down there, they had a 1-day license to sell beer, just like the fire department does.
Right. What's the package off sale liquor?
See, and that's what I don't,
That to me would be. I don't know. I just need some more clarification on that, I guess. So I know we talked about this last year and we had some confusion with what each one was,
yeah,
because the pricing was different and
I'll put her on speaker.
same thing with Dollar General. It's, marked as retail on and off sale and they don't have on sale there.
Well, it's just a
That's
cat-
what's throwing
That's
me.
just
That's
the
just
category.
categories,
It doesn't
I mean.
have to be both.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just a category
Okay.
they each have.
Can I put you on speaker? We got a question about liquor license. Okay. All right, Kathy, you're on speaker. So we're approving malt beverage license for Classic Corner and Dollar General, and was just curious on why, is there a difference or why TJ's isn't applying on it?
For malt beverage and liquor?
It's just malt beverage. For on and off sale malt beverage and SD Farm wine.
I guess I'm a little confused. I thought that I did apply for on and off sale for malt beverage.
This month. Okay,
when?
well, that's what we were just curious, like if you were supposed to be on it, or there was a reason that if you didn't have to be on
This
it.
is how it's been done for all the years going back.
Oh, no, yeah, I assumed that from day one in 2005, I've had malt beverage on and off all along.
Yeah, so what the state told me when I talked to them recently is the reason you don't apply for this is because you have the higher license for on sale, off sale liquor. So that includes the malt beverage.
Okay, and then that's where I guess I'm not knowledgeable on. I didn't realize there was different levels.
I mean, to me, that would make sense.
Yeah. Or-
Yeah,
Yeah,
it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Okay, no, we were just curious if you if you knew right off the top of your head or not, so it was just
No.
something, we just didn't want you to,
you know, the only thing that I do know is my type of license is different from theirs.
They just have one.
yeah, so.
But I guess I don't know the levels. I may have looked at it once, maybe 10 years ago, and it made sense to me, but I guess since then I've just been
Well, they have
filling
to do
out
a
the
separate
paperwork.
one.
What's that?
They'd have to do a separate.
Sorry, I wish I was better
No,
knowledgeable on that
That's
for you,
on
but
sale. That's on sale.
yeah, I know that there's
Off-sale
different, that I'm a different
That was
Right
it.
down
license
here.
than what they have, but I don't know what their levels are.
So they already applied for that.
nope,
Okay, so
Okay.
this
Yeah, okay.
is,
So right on the Department
they
of
done it at
Revenue,
the
it
same
says liquor, on sale. Anyone selling alcoholic beverages, including beer, wine, and spirits for customers to consume on the licensed premises.
Correct. That I do have, obviously, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So the
but
other
there
ones-
there is a separate license for off sale.
must be at a
Yes.
different time that we.
Yeah, so
There is.
the liquor
Prove
ones
those.
are, like at the end of the year.
Okay,
And then the malt beverage and farm wine is in the spring.
okay, so this is this.
Okay, that's
we
why.
just,
we
we
don't
just didn't want
sell.
you
Okay.
get, like,
Yeah, no, I
excluded.
Yeah.
or
make
if there was
sure
something
everybody
or-
has what they need.
or there was
Yeah.
a miss, so we got it.
Oh, okay. And I mean, it's really good to look into it and make sure that we're not missing anything, but I guess I wasn't too concerned with this since the city does own all the licenses regardless. I just assumed that I was getting the proper license from the city that they required me to have.
You do.
Yep,
You
you
do.
do.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, no, sorry, I wish there was more help.
Nope, you're good. Okay,
All right.
thanks, Kathy.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Everybody feel comfortable with that then?
Yeah, no, like I said, I just seen that they were missing. I was like, God, I know malt beverages, its own license kind of thing. But it does make sense since she does have the higher, it is covered within that.
Do you
That's
need
a
a
good
motion for them?
question.
or-
Yeah, motion, you can approve them individual or you can approve them all of them.
I'll make a motion to approve both of them.
Okay, motion from Joel Holster to approve Classic Corner Convenience and Dollar General and the malt beverage on and off sale.
I'll second.
Second from Julie Lyon. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, moving on. Appointed potential Ward 2 candidate. So I don't know if we really had anyone step forward with our little ad. So Brendan, I did talk to Brendan Bunger today and see if he was still interested. I heard that he was interested on, fulfilling Riley's spot, and he is. I don't know if you guys have anybody else that you can think of in Ward 2 that would want to fulfill. If not, then let's see if council would want to make a motion to appoint him to Ward 2 seat. He'd have to fill the remaining year and then have to petition next year. Just like as much as we could to have a full council as we could, so.
And also, I want to make it clear that this was not suggested by the mayor. The Brenda Bunger was suggested to me, and I passed the information along to the mayor. Just so everyone's clear, it's not
Mhm.
any one person. It came through all the proper channels and
We tried putting it out there on social
Yep.
media.
put it on social media. I put inquiry sheets out in the entryway.
Brandon had originally had actually approached me about it.
Yeah.
So
So no, and I just and I haven't talked to him yet except today. I just made sure that he was. And
Mhm.
he said, yeah. I said, okay. Then I said, if you're good with that, then I'm going to ask council if they have anybody else. If not, then if you're okay, I'm going to see if they'll make a motion to appoint you. So,
I just wanted to say that so that for anybody watching or anybody who watches later, it doesn't, it's like, oh, there's no behind the scenes of one person, is putting someone in the seat that they want, there's no backdooring or anything like that.
Mhm.
You didn't make any recommendation.
No.
As far as who should be
I just heard it from you.
considered for the spot, so that's why I just wanted to be super transparent and
Understood.
But you guys are good with it or not?
No, I think it'd be good here.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
I think you guys want to make a motion to appoint Brendan.
Yeah, I'll make a motion. Point Brendan Bunger to.
I will second.
Second from Matt Watt.
Well,
All those in favor,
vacant seat.
say aye.
Right?
All those opposed, same sign. So we got a new council member.
Call him up. He needs to get in here for the rest of the meeting now.
have anything else? Okay.
Okay, moving on. It's 35, 36, April claims.
All right, come on, Matt. What can you find?
Are you guys like cold enough? Like you
I know.
turn the heat up?
Cold?
Yeah.
Who's cold?
I think it's comfortable.
I'm dying. I'm
Really?
Me
like
too.
freezing.
I have like. No,
I'm
I-
warm.
No, I'm freezing.
Uncomfortable. What's wrong
I'm
with you?
freezing.
I'm almost sweating.
I know. I'm like, I'm just good. I forget where the vent is. Is there a vent?
Freezing. I'm about ready to go get my coat.
No, I don't feel cold at all.
Oh, you don't feel?
No, I don't. That's why I'm trying to figure out why Julie does.
Oh,
Well, make sure to bring a
Julie-
blanket so you can
Julie's
sit on
gonna
your
have
lap.
her
Yeah, right?
Wait, do you have shorts
coat
on?
for your next
No.
meeting. then?
get her a city of Colton council sweatshirt.
She's sitting there with her hoodie and just.
I know, I'll be in the hoodie.
These porta johns are those, where do we have those at?
2 little ball fields.
Okay,
one on each
okay.
one.
That being said, are we gonna try and open up those other bathrooms then?
Yeah, we can
Okay, we just need a new toilet on that other one, don't we?
grab one and get that installed, and we can
You
open
want to
them
pick
up.
up we just want to leave it, just put family bathroom on each one?
Yeah.
Instead of a male and
Yeah,
female.
I've got a sign that I ordered off of Amazon for that.
That's just not a line building that one. Since they're just both toilets, not urinals, or anything like that, so.
And these are all those fees you were talking about that new would take care of?
I could actually.
The
try to- I can open the one
7286
up
for auto pay,
tomorrow if I
Clover.
wanted to.
The 7386 and the
Well, I gotta
1170.
install the toilet.
The $15 is
Well, we should wait,
actually
'cause I gotta pay
For all the people doing the ACHs.
no, it is
Just
actually
where we-
like a
we
court
tore that
trust.
concrete out of there, in that bathroom. We should throw some
fine,
fee on there,
or
maybe.
fee.
Well, we wouldn't have to because the rest of the floor is not.
Just for banking with them.
Mhm.
Just leave it
That
out,
one-
put
that
the
one's-
toilet
yeah,
out.
you just
Over
wanna
is
get
for
open,
the
like I said at the end of the year.
Splash member spot.
We'll just do
No.
all that at one time.
Oh, no, that's
It's
for us here.
utility. That's for the
I'll
utility
throw the
payments.
toilet on there and then it's ready to
No,
go.
actually, I did get a statement, that must be integrated with Member Splash or something that shows that the people who purchase the pool memberships, they are paying the convenience fee.
Oh, okay, when they do it online.
Yeah, but it's completely different from, this Clover.
Okay. So the GoDaddy annual renewal, is that for our old website?
No,
Is that the new one?
that was actually our new one, but
Okay.
I wonder if it
That
was for it was something for like, something that was set up on renewal and it was set up on Seth's card. So that's the reason I haven't canceled it yet, is because I never know what's randomly gonna show up on it.
Right.
So it's been changed now,
Okay.
Okay.
but
Okay.
I don't know if that was the domain renewal. There was something with GoDaddy.
Where's that one at? I'm missing that one.
About halfway down. Fortress Visa CEC for 203.78.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I put that it was a GoDaddy and renewal. And then this on the second page, it's just for you.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
Don't fill in the blanks. It's like a
Put whatever
crossword
you
puzzle.
want in there.
No, because the last time you asked me, well, what's all in this Rely Bank Visa credit cards?
Oh,
So I went
that's
through
what that
quick.
is.
I went through quick and wrote down the
Just what,
companies.
okay.
Like the Sudoku, you gotta fill it out, figure it out.
Well, I did have it off to the side, but then it wouldn't like print. And, I was like, okay. Now some of these I had to look up, like what's kibble, like
John Deere.
well, I know. You know, like I was thinking like kibbles and bits, you know.
Right,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Why would we be spending money at
Dog food.
Yeah.
Oil
or
filters.
Vevor?
Yeah.
Vevor, I
Or
didn't know what
Vevor.
that was. I had to look it up.
What is that one?
That's,
That must be one of them.
that's where what we did all the stainless steel tables,
Oh, right.
Oh, okay. I just looked it up and it looked like
which is ridiculously cheap. I mean, they're obviously a little bit thinner, but for what we
What
need,
we're gonna use up there, those are perfect.
yeah. I mean, we asked a couple other companies to build them, and it was ridiculous. I mean, it wasn't ridiculous. It was probably the right price, but you can't beat the price of what they were. I mean, you can get a stainless steel table for like $200.
Mm-hmm. And they went together really easy.
Yeah, because you guys remember we're applying for that food safety license, so that technically have to go to all that kind of stuff. So
I did wonder what you bought at Runnings though.
Yeah, that one is. I think there's some tools for public works, some pool stuff.
it's in high powered.
I have receipts, Pete. You can turn them in.
I've got it. I just
Yeah.
gotta have it.
Actually, I will say he is the best. Trevor,
I'm the worst.
I've got
I
several.
swear he's got to have like a
I got a
stash
stash, but-
somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably in your like center console or something.
Probably. Yeah, they're in.
My boss takes a picture of every one of his
I should just
receipts.
start doing
Does
that.
he?
Yeah,
Just text it to you.
yeah. Especially like, because we all take the credit card and, get stuff. And he's just like, hold on, I gotta take a picture.
You got one question.
Mhm.
So are these payments for all 3 months combined? Just,
No,
or it's every
Those-
month?
those are the months that they come out quarterly.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, so it's for 3 months.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And those are the water bill line item loans. I guess I didn't put that on there. So I have a spreadsheet and then I have each month, on there. And so like I'll take these and then I went and I put them on January, April, July, October. And I try to put how often some of these are paid and where they're paid from. So it'd be easy for anybody to look at.
Yeah, it must be something I was checking on that. Member slash with the concession stand, and see how they were doing down there. And
It's not working.
It's not working, but the sales summary is.
Yeah, I saw that on the front page. I checked that too.
So, I don't know. Just saw something clicked over. So we may tomorrow, or hopefully it's just something there. That being said, is there any question or any more questions or a motion to approve claims?
I'll make a motion to approve them.
Motion from Matt Plotnick. Get a second.
Sweet. Past Matt.
I'll second it.
Oh, you got it,
Second
Joe.
from Joel
Okay.
Hollister. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same
Okay, I have something here. Okay, so I do have members flash up, and then you see off to the side here it says new offline payment. So when I clicked on it, it says if you're placing an order for which there is no charge, pick any available payment method. It will be ignored on the next screen, and you'll be able to simply submit the order. So I'm guessing this is the new thing. Cause
Replacement order.
I'm excited about this new map.
Oh, there's a new sorry.
Yeah.
I looked at
That is
right, doesn't
awesome
that seem like where
coverage.
they can add money to the
I
account?
hope that.
We might have to experiment and open up
Well,
my account.
and
Go
see-
ahead, experiment with it.
Get
I'm assuming this one here
Okay,
is
how
from,
could you,
Yep, that's it.
how
I caught
could
it
you
too.
adjourn the meeting when you weren't even here?
Oh.
there's a couple.
So, you're missing the
We
front,
have
that Joe and Julie.
Joe and Julie are
On
gone.
the back, it says motion was made by Halsher to adjourn and second by Lyons.
Like, yes.
Listen here. Yeah, I caught that too.
So where's 19?
Oh, man.
Yeah, yeah.
So, guess we called in right at the end, Julie.
Yep, we did.
Well, you were gone, yeah, you were gone, you were sick,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I was watching it, but yeah.
South and west of.
Oh,
Madison.
man.
We're starting to catch that, and it's true.
Yeah.
That is
When I'm walking out in
hilarious.
here and I look at my radio and push the button. and
Oh, let's see
Hmm.
here.
Was it?
Yeah.
all the time. It's beautiful.
No, I'm excited for this. Because you know what this means?
Wow.
Even at my shop, I'm
Figure
gonna
that out,
pick
huh?
up,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up better
Well,
state
I guess
radio.
we'll move
even.
on to April meeting minutes and agenda.
Then when you guys are coming down.
Joe and Julie already found the first mistake.
All the way down.
Well, when this tower goes out, which it likes to go out,
Mhm.
That would have been Chaz.
we might still,
Okay, it
Off
was
of this tower right
actually
here.
Foster
Mhm.
and Washington.
instead of pulling off of Baltic.
Mhm.
Foster and what?
Not actually Holstern.
Get that, man. Change on the meeting
So
minutes.
here, oh, not on the agenda, on the minutes. Toss it in. It's actually in front of it.
Oh, my bad.
They were just laughing at me because.
You put them in the meeting.
Yeah,
and
we're
we're here.
absent.
They were absent. And then to adjourn the meeting, they adjourned the meeting.
It's not an issue, but the campsite ordinance, what it,
Well, I haven't followed up with that
Did we
yet.
ever get
I
any?
was on the phone with Patrick today. I should have
Okay.
asked him about that.
yeah, I was just curious on,
Actually, space that out.
we should probably do something about that
Yeah.
sooner rather than later since camping
I'll
season's
put that in my mental note.
basically
Get a hold
here.
of- Ask Patrick too, if he can
And I'm
kick
keeping
around some of his other.
every
city-
time I'm up at the park, I'm always keeping an eye on who's sitting there because, like I said, I called you that one day and there was somebody sitting there when I got to baseball practice, and an hour and a half later when I left, they were still there, car running,
Yeah,
just sitting there.
That's the one that had the cord sticking through the window.
Well, it was a red car. I don't know
Oh,
who
the
it
different
was.
one.
I had walked by, and as I was walking by and looking to see who it was, I couldn't see. They had the seat kicked back and feet up on the steering wheel.
good.
Well, you could have always knocked on the window.
Yeah, and well, I called him and was like,
Nice.
"So what color was the car that was there the last time?" It was different, so
Yeah,
I
it
don't
wasn't
know.
red.
I think they may have just been hanging out,
Right.
Oh,
whatever. Which
like
is
watching or no?
yeah, maybe they were
Oh.
just teens.
Well, you didn't see any
Television.
smoke coming out, so.
No, I didn't see a toaster in there.
You know, just making sure.
Running an air fryer.
When the propane tanks come out, then you know it's time.
Yeah.
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 And you're like, wow.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that. You can't park here.
Yeah, you're committed here.
Yeah. Something tells me you're not leaving
Is this
this.
live right now?
No, that's,
Oh, I said five.
excuse me, please, I got the-
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say.
what we did last time.
Did you? Nice. I'd like to get more
That's what's
campsites.
going on right now.
I think they would be used heavily.
In Colton,
Yes.
I know, well, those trees just to the south of the
There's kind of like
diamonds,
a little bit of a delay,
I
but
thought that'd be great until I drove by and seen it was all slough.
Yeah.
You'd have a lot.
You'd have a lot of fill to bring
Lot
in.
of fill to put in there.
Oh,
So what do you
Pete's
guys think
got
of the new
actually more
cameras?
ordered.
they're pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Put more down, get the cover center. So is there any more changes to the meeting minutes or? Good with that?
We approve the agenda at the same time too.
Yeah. you can approve the agenda.
Yeah, I stopped separating them. It stopped separating them and just put them in one line item.
You get an iPad.
I didn't yet, but I am gonna be
Talked about
getting
it
one
today.
before next week.
We actually talked about it today, 'cause
Mhm.
I had a meeting with last Wednesday with both pool managers up here. Just and doing our final. Okay, what do we need before we get going? So Jessica made all the
Forms.
Google Forms, so now that's all digital, so that there's no paper trail up there now, so everything will.
That's for their incident.
Incident report,
reports,
she made one for incident report, one for if a kid got, well, incident report would actually fall into if like a kid got kicked out of the pool.
Okay.
So we list that and the reason why.
Bunch of emails there.
And the, when they test the water. and
Yeah, the
stuff,
water
right?
sampling. I think there's one more, she hasn't, I haven't checked, did she make the one about the repairs?
I haven't seen that one yet.
So we actually expanded on that, we told
A repair list.
a repair list, like sometimes stuff falls through the crack or it gets told and just doesn't get told to
Hey,
the right person or make
The
it
store
right.
handle doesn't work. Or
Yeah, so now there's gonna be a repair once.
Like
Pete will get the notification on that also.
I'll have to get with Jessica so she can show me where I gotta go.
Do all that. But, so then Pete can just at least maybe weekly or every 2 times a week, get on there and see, hey, is there something that's failing or can I address?
Is that something she'll be tracking too?
They'll get sent, so right now on the list, it's me, her, and Pete, and both pool managers.
So every time they submit something, we'll get an email or something. So we can-
Jessica will get the email and she'll forward it. She said that's the only way that she knew how to set it
I
up,
didn't
because
know
I
if had
asked
to
her
go to,
about
like,
that
a
too. I was like,
special login somewhere to see all the.
so you'll get well, you will, you can log into that and check it at any time. Like you can just check on it at any time. But Jessica will actually get the notification that there's something came through, so.
Cool.
So. We get a motion for minutes and agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve with the changes of the agenda and the minutes.
Give a second.
I'll second.
Oh, not that adjourn part, right?
Yeah.
All those in favor say aye.
I,
Those opposed, same sign. The end of the packet, you'll see the baseball schedule. Quite a few games happening in Colton.
Busy, busy.
It looks nice.
that's awesome.
So,
What's that? 1, 2,
what's the motion?
1.
One.
No, I'm 2.
Oh, you're 2. Okay.
Other than that, I don't have any other business unless council has anything to address. Go. All right, make a motion to adjourn then.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. We adjourn.
No, thanks for coming over and giving that tree a push for us too.